is just run through some scales. Okay, kind of get ourselves lined up with that. That scale sheet that I had posted on my website, we could run through that. I can share the screen as well so that we can just warming up my fingers a little bit, give them a little jiggly wiggly. I think I've been playing a lot. This hand is feeling kind of worn out today. What I want to do is do the C major open and then the 2 octave one. Okay, so if you have your scale sheet there, that's the 2 that I want to do. So I'll play it and then I'll share it, okay? So the open position C major scale, 3rd string. And now I'm going to play around with my thumb and my index finger. Practice that picking technique is what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this way. We'll do 4 plucks per note so that whatever picking technique you want to work on, you get 4 plucks at it, okay? Here we go. Open C major. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3rd string open. 2nd fret on that 3rd string. 2nd string open. 1st fret. 3rd fret. 1st string open. 2nd fret. 3rd fret. Back down to 2nd fret now. Open. 3rd fret on the 2nd string. 1st fret. 2nd string open, right on. 3rd string, 2nd fret, and open. Okay, so what I want to know, anybody try that picking? The thumb and the index finger? Yeah? Yeah, it's a pretty nice one. I like to encourage people to try that because it's such a good one for melodic runs. And also to get, sometimes people have a hard time doing these 2 fingers for picking, but these 2 feel kind of nice, you know, like it's a comfortable picking pattern, or not picking pattern, sorry, a comfortable way to pick a melody. Fingers are close together, right? Thumb and finger close together rather than walking. I like the walking a lot too, but there's something about those runs, I really like them. So let's do the 2 octave C major scale now. Whatever picking pattern you did with your picking hand, whatever. I need more coffee. Hang on here. I'm having a hard time talking today. Oh, that'll totally change me now. Ah, yes, more coffee. Whatever you used for finger picking that first time, maybe change it. Okay. Here we go. So 2 octave C major. Now I think I better share that screen so you guys can see where I'm at in case you don't have the the scales there. So I'm looking at this one here, the 2 octave C major. Okay. Let's do 4 repeats per note again. Okay. And then I want to talk about position changes and whatnot, but for the first time through, just use whatever fingers you need to, okay? 4 plucks per. If you find that that's too slow, I would encourage you to practice this. Volume changes. Quiet, medium, loud, really loud. Okay, so this way, if, like I say, if you're comfortable with the scale, practice different techniques. Okay, here we go in the 2 octave there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3rd string open. 2nd fret. 2nd string open. 1st fret. 3rd fret. first string open, second fret, third fret, fifth, 7, 8, 10, 12, and we know I needed to add in 2 more, so we've got to go up to 14 and 15. If you got it, back down to 14, 12, 10, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, open. On the second string now. Now I'm on my first fret. Second string open. Third string fret 2 and open. So I tried to demonstrate the starting off quiet and getting louder for people that wanted to work on that. I didn't always do it because I was talking too much, but these scales are perfect for really being able to focus on your picking hand technique, different fingers, different tones, all that sort of stuff. So use these scales as a tool, right? Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to stop sharing that and I'm going to show you the fingering that I like to use when I play this scale. Okay. So you're sitting there in open position. So first finger on the first fret, third finger on the third fret is a great way to go, right? And then there, if you could do a position change and get your index finger on your 5th fret, that would be awesome. Okay. And then I kind of waffle back and forth, but I think 5, 7, 8 with this fingering would be good. And then we are going to have to reach up a little bit. The frets get so tiny up here, right? So I tend to do this. I have my index finger on my 10th fret, middle on my 12th. And because of the size of the frets, I can do this. Ring finger on my 14th, baby finger on my 15th. And it gives me a chance to just move up and down that fretboard in 3 movements. 10th position, I call it 10th position because my index finger is on my 10th fret. Okay. 5th position because my index finger is on my 5th fret. And then the final one is open or first position, you could call it that. Okay. So let's play through that, and I'll share the screen again, and let's try, we'll go slow. Now, I just want you guys to try doing these different positions. If it's something that you're not comfortable with, this is a nice opportunity to try it. So we're going to stay all the way along here. That's going to be in first position, so just the open C major scale. Then when we get to the 5th fret, I want you to try to put your index finger there. Okay, so let's play this C major 2 octaves. So we start off with open. We'll just go nice and slow. So 3rd string open, and then 2nd fret. Okay, 1st string open, 1st fret. So everything's normal. Index fingers on the 1st fret, ring fingers on the 3rd fret. 1st string open, middle finger on the 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret. Now what I want you to do is do a position change. Put your index finger on the 5th fret, ring finger on the 7th fret, baby finger on the 8th fret. If you can do it. If your fingers are not working for you, then just as long as you got that index finger anchoring you on that 5th fret. Now try my ideal of a position change where you've got your index finger goes onto the 10th fret. And then I just use my middle finger on my 12th fret. And choice is yours for 14 and 15. I'm using my 3rd finger on the 14th fret and baby finger on 15th. Back down to 3rd finger on fret 14, middle finger on 12, index finger on 10. When I make that position change, I bring my hand back to, watch this. When I make that position change, here I am. I may not lay down all my fingers right away when I do that, but I just have them ready. Right, baby finger on my 8th fret, ring on my 7th, and apply pressure as I go back down. Okay, so I may look like this. Fingers may be up, that's okay. And then you're back down to your normal. Right? Try practicing that scale like that 2-octave scale in different positions. Whoops. Oh well. I'll play the scale better later on when I'm not being recorded. I'll be amazing later on. Do repeated notes. Work on your tones, okay, when you're playing. All that sort of stuff. So important to do, you know, and easy to forget, right? So easy to forget. Okay, so let's check in on the study next. That study in F, where you're anchoring that 1st finger. So I know some people were barring on the, let me share it here. Is it okay to have it up on 2 pages on the screen, or would it be better just 1? Okay, I'll just leave it the way it is. I know that some people were talking about on that 2nd fret or 2nd string there, 2nd bar, 2nd something, 2nd cup of coffee needed, 2nd bar. Some people were just flattening their finger down to cover the 1st fret there on the 1st string, and other people were pivoting. So it's whatever gets you there, as long as you maintain keeping that 1st finger down, that whole 1st section. So I thought what I should do is stop talking and just play through the song. I think that would be a good choice for me right now while I let that caffeine cruise through my body. Is it big enough? Do you guys want me to make the screen bigger? Yeah, okay. I feel like maybe I should I'll change the view so we just got 1 page. I feel like just gets too tiny. There, oh, that's big. Let's leave it like that. And I'll just scroll along as I go, okay? That's my chair, that's not me. I've just about worn out my husband's chair by fidgeting. All right, so I'm using my middle finger for the most part on my 1st string, index on my 2nd, thumb on my 3rd string. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 2nd bar there. 3rd bar. I use my baby finger, my 3rd finger there. Okay, next line. End of that 2nd line. 3rd line. End of the 3rd line. End of the 4th line. Okay, I just got to scroll, so just hang on to whatever position you're in there. Oops, oh, sorry, you guys. There we go. All right, so we're on bar 13, right here now, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Third line now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we change. Bottom of the page. 5, 3, 6, 5. Now I have to just keep hanging on to whatever you're doing there. Here we go. 5, 3, 3. Oh, first ending. And there we go to where it is a repeat. Okay. 3 and 4. And hanging on again. There we go. Okay, top of the line there. And we're going to take the second ending. So when I play this, actually, I think I talked to you guys before about how I tend to emphasize different notes. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute here and just play this for you. So I'm emphasizing beat 1 and beat 4. And then beat 1 and beat 3. Missing part. Hang on here. There we go. So with this study, the other thing that you can do is pick apart notes that you want to bring out, because it's not killer hard, especially based on everything else we've been doing, right? So that first time through, I'm making it a little louder with my middle finger, right? So everything on the first string, basically, I'm ringing out. The challenge there is really because you're repeating that middle. For me, playing that middle finger twice feels a little bit weird, right? But I keep using that on string 1. Everything on string 1 I bring out. If you can go through this study, like you've already got, in terms of technique, you anchor a finger. Now I'm saying in terms of technique, make everything on the first string louder and bring out that melody. If you're comfortable doing that, then pick a different string to make loud, like your second string, right? It'll feel weird, but then you pick a little louder with your index finger. Oh, that's gonna be hard. I'm doing it. If you do that sort of stuff, pick on a string, right? Just pick on it and make it a little bit louder. What's going to happen is you're going to get that much more finger independence. There's a set of 100 studies by Giuliani Mauro Giuliani, and that's what we had to do, go through them and emphasize different strings. Oh, that was challenging after a while, but it was really good to do that. So use this study in that sort of way, okay? So step one, keep that finger anchored. Step two, emphasize the melody, which is anything on string one in that first section. And then step two, emphasize a different string. It'll be pretty neat how your finger independence comes along. Does anyone have questions about that? You guys are all looking pretty focused there. That's good. I'll just drink my coffee and give you guys a chance to try that out. I'll get my next thing ready here while you guys are doing that. If you find that you want an extra challenge, this is just different technical things you can work on, right? Going back and forth. Oh, sorry. I gotta pull up my music to do this. It's a 4-bar phrase, right? So the first 4 bars, you pick one tone. Pick a different tone for the next 4 bars. So that back and forth, that was kind of not so pretty sounding, but I wanted to really emphasize the sound difference there. So if you think about it in terms of 4-bar phrases, you can again use that study as a way to just work on a lot of different techniques that will build in other songs. Holy moly, I've just been picking that thing apart. Oh well, it's good for it. All right, you guys ready? We're gonna do Red River Valley, which is one that I bet you a lot of you guys have played already. But we're gonna take that level 1 and we're gonna throw some hammer-ons and slides into it. And I've got it on my website. But what I'll do is I'll show you what I've got. I've got the 3 different levels of it ready to go. I think it just says Red River Valley Traditional on the website, and you can just get the whole shebang there. So it starts off with, on the first page, I've got a G major scale because it's in the key of G. So I tend to play in this song, I tend to play it in the 2nd position. Okay, so I've got my index finger on my 2nd fret a lot. So I'll sit and play it, and then I'll share it with you guys, okay? Okay, so that's just the basic melody. It won't be basic for long. All right, you guys, let's do that. The G major scale at the beginning. Then I'm going to show you how we can jazz up a simple melody. Okay, so the melody prep, let's do it. We've got this G major scale. It's funny because it's not actually a full G major scale. Key of G, but take a look. What I've got here really is just the melody as we play it. Okay, so it's going to feel a little bit weird playing it like this, but let's just go for it. So 2nd fret on your 3rd string. Okay, and then the next thing we play is the 2nd string open. 2nd fret on that 2nd string. 3rd string open. Now the 1st string. 2nd fret. 3rd fret. What I've done is I've just isolated the notes that we need for that song. Okay, take a minute and just play that. I mean, I called it a scale earlier, and now I'm calling it melody prep. So take those notes in a row there and just play them up and down. Get comfortable with them. Okay. So in this one, I wrote in the couple sets of lyrics there anyway, so you can keep yourself going with it. Let's try going through it now. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to count to 3 and then I'm going to start, because we've got right there, that's a pickup bar. And you guys may have heard that term before, but what it amounts to is it's a partial bar. So this is coming in just on beat 4. So I'll say 1, 2, and 3. And here we go. 2, 3, next bar, 2, 2, 2, 2, oh, 2, oh, 3. Next line, 2, 3, 2, big stretch up to 5. 3, 2, oh, 2, 3. 5, 3, 2, 2, oh, 3. Oh, 2, next line, 5, 3. Oh, oh, 2, 2, 3, oh, 2, oh, 3. Let's do it again. 2, 3, 2. Oh, 2, oh, 3. 2, 3, 2. 3, 2, 5. Whoops, I screwed that up. I was doing a slide for you guys. 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 2, oh, 3. Oh, 2, 5, 3. Oh, oh, 2, 2, 3, oh, 2, oh, 3. Okay, now I want to show you guys when I was playing around with this. I lay down my my notes that I'm playing for the 2, 3, 2, because it perfectly outlines a G chord. Starts off the set of harmony right away within those first 3 notes. I just lay them down, keep them down as I play them. Okay. So that comes back in again at the end of the first line. Carrying on to that second line, you'll hear that again, where you can lay that. But let me just play through this for you guys, and you'll start to hear little hammer-ons and slides I like to throw in there, just with this simple melody. Okay, so let's take this melody and let's add some stuff to it, okay? So first thing I'm going to do is I want to share the screen and get you guys to play through that melody again. And then we'll pick on just some certain notes to add things to. Okay, so here it is back again. I'm going to isolate certain notes to do these things to. I did quick little hammer-ons in there, and I'll show you guys how I use those to decorate certain notes. And yeah, just a few slides. 5th fret is where we're going to slide to. I think that'll sound kind of cool. All right, so let's do it again. And what I'm going to do, first time through, play it normal again. Second time through, we'll isolate some notes. Okay. So the first time through, I will try to, as I play here, keep my fingers down and make a G chord as I play it. Same thing here, because it leads right into a G chord shape right there. All right, so let's start here. 1, 2, and 3, and 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Now I lift the G chord. Oh, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, oh. Okay, this 5 here. 5, 3. That's going to be one that we slide on next time. Oh, 2, and this one too. 5, 3, 2, 2, 3, oh, 2, oh, 3. Okay, so when I say slide, we're going to slide from the 3rd fret up to the 5th. I'm going to use my ring finger to slide up to that 5th fret. I'm going to play the 3rd fret and just slide up to the 5th. So just try that a few times, sliding from 3 to 5 on the 1st string. The 3 is a grace note, in that when you have a grace note, it means you play it, but you don't stay on it for very long. Okay. So when I play on that 3rd fret, I'll just stop sharing for a minute so you can see what I'm doing here. I play on my 3rd fret, I pick it. Okay. And then what happens, because of the melody being 5, 3, I slide from 3 to 5 and then go back to my 3 right away. So 3 to 5, back to 3. Okay. All right, let's do it. So we'll play up to, we'll just carry on. We'll see if we can throw on the slide. Here we go from the beginning. 1, 2, and 3, and 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, oh, 2, oh, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, get ready, oh, down, down, slide, 2, 2, oh, 3, here comes the next one, oh, 2 again, 2, 3, oh, 2, oh, 3, okay, let's do it again, 2, 3, 2, 2, oh, 3, 3, 2, 5, 3, 2, oh. Ready? Here we go. Slide 3, 2, 2, oh, 3, oh, 2. Here comes another one. How's it feeling? I'm also on the 3. You can hear that little wiggle, right? On that 2nd string, or I'm hitting the 3rd fret and letting it ring out, like right there. And right here. I should have a little bendy line next to that because I'm totally doing a little vibrato. Okay. So the slide, can feel kind of funny to do it at first, but it sure adds a little zest to the melody, right? Let's add something else. So this is like a quick little buffet of what you can do with a melody based on the skills you guys already have. Okay. And what you could do, let's say you're sitting around in, I don't know, we're all sitting around with Barb in Arizona, hanging out in the sunshine, and you don't have to worry about flash floods on the Coquihalla or anything, just hanging out there. And maybe she's with the ukulele group, and they're all like, let's play Red River Valley. Oh, I'm like, oh, what key are you in? Oh, we're in G. Oh, hey, what if I do an intro for you? You know, you can just sit and play the melody, right? Or maybe people are strumming and you just sit and play the melody as an instrumental interlude. And it's just a nice way to add a little something to a song. So for right now, what we've got is that 5th fret there on that 2nd line, and the 5th fret here on the 3rd line, where we're tossing in a quick little slide up to that 5th fret. I am ignoring that 5th fret right here because it's all bunched in with a pack of notes. I don't want it to be killer hard stuff here. And I also want to have that slide to stand out at the beginning of a sentence to give it a little bit more musical impact. That's why I'm choosing that there. And this one here, because it's hitting that word sunshine and valley, and it just adds a bit more impact there too. All right, so the next thing we're going to do you see where we've got all these 2nd fret notes right at the top of the line, and it's kind of boring to play it? Right, okay, watch what I do. All right, so here I am, I'm playing along. Oh, look at that. I did a really fast hammer-on from open to 2. 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, O2. Remember all the boxes study things I got you guys to do where you're hammering on repeatedly one note? Same idea. Again, it's a grace note in that the open doesn't really have any time value. Just gives you a chance. You hit that string open and immediately hammer down your note. So O to 2, I would say use it as much as you want. Just a caution, you can get hammer-on-itis with this, and then like too much of one spice in a soup goes too far. But pick notes that you like the sound of hammering onto. I would encourage you to do the 2nd fret because it kind of and it just starts adding stuff. So now I did extras that I didn't tell you guys about, but let's try the 1st line. And what we'll do is we'll pick on some, okay? And you guys are going to find different ways that you want to play this melody yourselves. But what I'm going to suggest we do is I'm going to highlight this note right here. That 2 right there. So play it as an open and hammer on quickly to that 2nd fret. And it'll give it a little bit of like a little twang kind of sound, right? And then you'll start to find other ones where you're comfortable doing it. Okay, so let's try just that 1st sentence. So I start off with still, like I just lay down my fingers as I need them, right? And we're going to take our time so that we have a chance to lift off that G chord shape and do a quick hammer-on from O to 2. Just practice that a little bit before we do it, okay? So 1st string, open, and then hammer on to 2. I'm using my middle finger on my fretting hand to hammer. And it'll sound quick, right? And I've lifted off my G chord at this point. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3, and 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, ready? Oh, 2, oh, 3. Okay, let's do that again. Here we go. Just that one phrase, because it's a bit weird. I'm asking you to do a lot now. 2, 3. So playing the notes. 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. Now lift off any fingers that you've got there. Just lift them and play open on that first string and hammer on quickly to 2. Oh, 2, oh, 3. Okay, let's carry on. 2, 3, next line. 3, 2, 5. 3, 2, oh. Ready for the slide? Here we go. 5, 3, 2, 2, oh, 3. Oh, 2, next slide. 5 to 3. 3 to 5, sorry. Oh, oh, 2, 2, 3. Oh, hammer on. Try it here. Oh to 2. Okay, right down here. Try it here. So right on the 2. Do a quick hammer on from O to 2, and then back to open. Okay, so now let me play that for you guys, and listen for extra hammer-ons. And I'm going to stop sharing the music. I'm just going to have you watch my hands here. Vibrato. You heard that hammer on there, right? So you can add in, like I wouldn't add in a hammer on every time you get the second fret on this song, but when you get a second fret, consider it a spot where you might want to add in a hammer on. You got the 2 5th frets where you can do a quick slide. There's so much you can do just with this melody. That was different, right? I did an O and then a hammer on. Okay, there's lots of options we can do. It's so much fun to do these little quick hammer-ons. You guys have been working on it with the boxes study, with Imagine. Let's use it in this little simple melody, you know? So what I need to do is get you guys, when you're playing this melody, when you have a slide, like right there on that 5th fret, if you print off the music, put a little tiny line in front of that 5 to indicate a slide. So a little line going up so that you know you're sliding up to the 5. And that would be the same thing here, okay? Just indicate it so that you have that written down and you're comfortable with it. Usually what I do to indicate that I want to do a hammer on in a certain spot, going back up to that 2nd fret up here, again as an example, okay? I would write a little O to the left of that 2, right next to it though, and draw a little loop, right? A little loop from the O to the 2, right? Little rainbow, so that I know that I'm going to be doing a hammer on there. You guys might all play this song a little different, right? Every one of you probably has a different note where you're like, oh, I want to try sliding to that one, or I want to try hammering on to that one. Make notes. Figure out what you like the sound of, okay? Because what I like the sound of doesn't have to be identical, right? Now, so the 2 techniques I'm really working on here, slides and hammer-ons. Do you guys have questions about that? My approach to the hammer-ons or the slides? Makes sense?
And Tina,
Yeah.
what's the bravado you were saying? Is that, do I have
Oh, vibrato.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Vibrato, that's right. Thank you. So on my third string, sorry, second string, third fret, I would draw a little, do you guys see my little tiny arrow next to there? My little mouse arrow? It might be so tiny it's hard to see. Draw a little wiggly line next to the 3 on this side of it. And that would be the vibrato where you wiggle the string back and forth. And I do it there, and then on the third line, first and second endings, I would do it here. Just a little wiggly line. Pencil it in because maybe you'll change your mind and you'll be like, oh, I gotta erase that. Don't like that anymore. So there's more. But we'll work on this page for this week and see what you guys do. Preview upcoming attractions. All I do with level 2 is I just add in some bass notes. But we still can have the slides and the hammer-ons. Right, just add in some hammer-ons and then, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I'm just sitting out on some riverbank somewhere playing this song and hanging out. So establish in level 1 the hammer-ons and slides that you want to do, okay, to make this song your own. Level 2, you can see I'm just doing some pinching, okay? But establish the sound that you want before you start filling it in, okay? So we'll fill it in next week. There's more. Of course there's more. And this is just filling in the chords more. Like, this is a pretty simple version of Red River Valley. But we'll get there. And I haven't written in any of those hammer-ons in these versions because they look crazy when you see them. We'll add them in ourselves as we go. It's going to be so much fun. A simple melody, right? And it doesn't have to be super complex with the accompanying part, but we'll make it more, just try to imitate the human voice more and more, right? With little slides, little hammer-ons, all that. And I'll show you guys what I'm doing with all those little slidey down bits.
Is that on your website?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I was so good. I put everything up already. So this
I like it.
It's so much fun to do, you guys. Just a simple melody, and we just start dressing it up a little bit using the techniques you guys already know. So much fun. Yeah, it's interesting though. It's when you get to level 3 where you do a hammer-on where you keep a chord down. That's where the finger independence we've been working on will start to pay off, because see how I had one finger up? And I do a hammer-on there?
Yeah, that's what I was doing, but then you said to take your G chord off, and I was like, why?
Yeah, right.
So, because I was like, it's easier just to keep it there.
Yeah, yeah. That's where if people are not comfortable with their with holding their fingers down, right?
Yeah.
But if you are, keep it down. Yeah. Just add what you want, basically. I mean, you guys have got a lot of different skills now, but we'll just work with the melody and then just start layering it on. And if you're already comfortable, you know, if your fingers already feel like they can do that sort of stuff, then start adding in more. But we'll take our time. We'll take our time and slowly add in little bits there. So homework for next week, that C major scale, that 2-octave one, right? Back from the beginning there. Make sure you're working through that one in different positions, right? And I know it's kind of looks like a cheater position, but the frets are so tiny, right? So I can do that. Just practice that, you know. Boxes study, or not the boxes one, the keeping that finger anchored, emphasizing one string, right? When you're playing that one. I don't even remember my own study. Anyways, emphasize the first string, right? And then Red River Valley, practice the sliding to the 5th fret, hammering on the 2nd fret. Choose melody parts that you like the sound of for hammering on, right? It's going to be different for everyone. And if you're comfortable with holding down the chord shape, then do it. You know, go further, you know, hit level 2, hit level 3 if you're comfortable.